Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.
EJ Boxing Live here with one of the best trainers over here in the UK, Mr. Don Charles. How you doing, Don?
I'm very well as usual, and I always ask you, I always like to know, how are you?
I'm fine, you know. Obviously, the weather could be great, but you know, I'm seeing you, and obviously we're in Don headquarters, head office of obviously his new gym. So thank you very much, John, for asking.
My pleasure. You know,
not many people ask that question, so I appreciate it. So we're here on Fight Week. Dereck Chisoras fighting Alexander Usyk, pound for pound, the best cruiserweight of the modern era, obviously Evander Holyfield, and also pound for pound in the pound for pound top 5. So I think they've got him around 3 and stuff like that. So let's talk about it. Dereck Chisoras, Usyk. How do you do? First off, let's talk about obviously what you've seen of Dereck. Where do you think? How do you think the fight's gonna go? What do you think of Dereck so far? As going on. Go on.
Well, you know, obviously, I used to train Dereck, and I know him personally. I know his mindset. I know his mindset generally. I also know his mindset when preparing for a fight. And we're on the fight is tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
And today was the weigh-in, and so I kind of know his temperament. What more or less what we're going through is that at certain parts of the approach to the fight, which is tomorrow. So I know exactly where he's now. The weigh-in has just happened maybe half an hour ago, right?
Okay.
And he'll be in. This is where, to every fighter, once you've weighed in, it's almost like the whole euphoria, everything, everybody goes away from you. Then it's just the fighter now. Go and collect his thoughts, gather his thoughts in his hotel room, and it's real. This is it. You know, one more sleep, then it's on. So it's it's a very difficult, unless you've been involved in fighting or sports psychology in general, but boxing, it's very taxing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very taxing for the boxers. You know, this is what, like I said, you've had all the build up, the press conferences, all the preliminaries. This is where it's a daunting affair, where it's now, after the weigh-in, there is no other meeting. The next meeting, you're in the ring with your opponent.
I was going to say, at that point, obviously it's slightly different because Dereck's been fighting obviously with a big crowd around him. Now obviously we're in the bubble. Do you think the atmosphere, as obviously Dereck in the past couple of fights, obviously the public, in terms of Dereck, whether you like or not, a public or 100% behind Dereck. Do you think maybe that will affect them some or not, Dereck, because of being with Dereck for long, with having the crowd there, or not having the crowd there?
Yeah, good point. Basically, whenever I'm asked questions in my previous interviews with all different networks, I'm a football lover, and I always bring football examples into it. I'll bring the football example into this question you just asked me, and then we'll go back to the boxing.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, I am fine with it. Go ahead.
If you notice, the same thing, because of the effects of COVID, even something as big as football, in terms of the audience that comes to watch a football team, if you notice, there's been some really funny results in the Premiership lately, where the top teams who get their crowds behind them are losing. I will say parts of that is to do because their crowd isn't there.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah.
Okay, there's been a few kind of funny results that's happened recently within the Premiership, and I will put that down to the same effect of what we're just trying to talk regarding how much part does the crowd play, either to the team or to an individual when you go into sports, where it's one-on-one sports.
Yes.
It's the same thing. So coming back to the boxing thing, a good question. It's a big factor. The crowd, me knowing Dereck Chisoras very, very well, it has concerned me in a way because he loves the crowd and the crowd love him.
Yeah.
Okay. So it does play a big role. What the outcome of this fight will be on tomorrow night. I believe my guy is still my guy, although I'm not working with him. I've always made it clear that I'm still obviously when I say have to, I genuinely root for him because I'm still connected spiritually, I'm still emotionally, I'm still connected in it. Yeah. So I still believe he's gonna pull it out and win. There comes a time where when that bell rings, sometimes you don't even hear the crowd, even if they're there, because you're focused on that man in front of you. And I'm sure David Hay, with the experience David has got in the team, I'm sure they would have worked on this to say the crowd doesn't get in the ring with you to fight, so there isn't going to be any crowd. It's almost like a sparring session.
Yes.
There are no crowds. Yeah, there are no crowds. It's just the team, the immediate team, the coach, the assistants, and in the gym when you're sparring. And some of the spars you get, I've seen Dereck in the past, some of the spars we've had, in-house sparring is better than the fights you've paid to watch them. So we have to try and, tomorrow, he has to try and recreate that. It's a hard, tough sparring session, basically. So, no, Usyk has to also listen. It takes two to fight. Yeah, there are no crowds tomorrow. Usyk also there'll be effects of that for Usyk. He's used to having people, his fans chanting for him.
Yeah.
So he too, it's not like Usyk is going to have fans tomorrow and Dereck hasn't got fans.
Yeah.
They're both fighting in the same arena.
Yeah.
And with no fans, so they're both going to have to suffer elements of the problem of not having the situation with the sport finds itself in where there are no crowds.
Yes.
Yes, it will play a part. It will, in some cases, depends on how you're doing in the fight. Sometimes you're not performing really well and you need a crowd to pick you up, and that crowd is not going to be there. Yeah. So whoever makes the first best start tomorrow, you've got to start quick and take it into your own hands.
I was going to say with Dereck coming through with the Spilka was a southpaw, and Usyk's a southpaw. Usyk's already said at the press conference that he's looking to move around and David said, fine, that suits us very fine. So Dereck looked like in this fight he's going to have to try and hunt him down. He's definitely got the combinations, the work rate. Dereck, I was going to say Dereck, he looks in tremendous shape. But most people, obviously, they have Usyk a big favourite. So what does Dereck need to do in this fight to successfully get the win?
Well, it's not unknown territory. It's not like Dereck hasn't been here before. He's been in many big fights. Yeah. Against this particular opponent, Usyk is a tremendous boxer, tremendous athlete. He's well-travelled, highly decorated with the honours he's won all throughout his boxing career, from the amateurs to the WSB series.
Yeah, World Boxing Super Series. Yeah.
He's done that. He won the Muhammad Ali Trophy. He was undisputed. I mean, my goodness, he's very, 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 very highly decorated, like I said. But when you bring it to that's the advantage he has. Dereck's advantage, which cancels, in my opinion, that is that Dereck is a seasoned top campaigner at the high level as a heavyweight.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah? Who is it that he hasn't his resume? When you look at all the names he's been shared the ring with, David Hay, loads of people. Robert Helenius, let's not forget.
Oh yeah,
that Malik Scott, who was unbeaten. Yeah. Notably, it was 36-0 when Dereck. When Frank Warren matched Dereck with, I actually questioned, although I was a coach at the time, when Frank gave us that opponent, I said, whoa, Frank, whoa, slow down. Because I watched Malik Scott, I thought, my goodness, this guy can put combinations together really, really well. This is not really an ideal opponent for us because we're going to need a knockout to win. And I've never gone into a fight with any of my fighters to the instruction be, you're going to need a knockout to win. That's that desperation. You don't really want to put that into a fighter's head. That shouldn't be a game plan. Even if you aim to stop the guy, there has to be a way. It's like, okay, we're going to break this guy down, then eventually, hopefully, the stoppage would present itself.
Yes.
You don't really go into a fight saying to your fighter, put him under pressure straight away. Oh, we're gonna have to stop this guy to win. It's almost like going into a game of football saying we need a penalty for them to foul us for us to get a goal. No, you got to try and score with open play. So going into the Usyk fight, he's gonna have to. I believe really only way Dereck's gonna win this fight. My prediction is to knock out Usyk. How will he do this? The approach will be, which is how Dereck fights anyway. He doesn't have to do anything different from what he normally does. Put calculated pressure on Usyk. He's a fantastic boxer, Usyk, like I said. Well schooled. His movement is very, very good. But he doesn't have good lateral movement, Usyk. He's not hard to hit. Recent times, definitely. He's not hard to hit. So for that reason, for many reasons, I give Dereck a chance, because Dereck's campaigned at a very, very top level as a heavyweight. He's mixing with so many different styles. He's met punches, and he's been able to negate weight, to grind them down, and in some cases he's got good results out of very good fighters. He stopped Malik Scott to break his winning record, 36-0. Dereck was the first person to stop him, and he was a very highly skillful fighter. Yes, he was very rated. So comparison to the Usyk fight, Usyk is a very high skilled fighter. The pressure Dereck will put on him would make Usyk throw punches that he didn't intend on throwing, simply just to try and stop Dereck from coming at him. You can't run forever in a 12-round fight. You're not gonna, run forever. With no crowd in there. And there's gonna be a point during any round where he will have to stand still and exchange some punches, and those are the areas that's Dereck Chisoras' territory, in my opinion. At times whether he'll force Usyk to go on either in a corner or on the ropes. That will be when Dereck Chisoras has to really ignite and take advantage of the position where he puts Usyk in. Yes. So that's what I believe the strategy will be. That has always been Dereck's strategy. Is to put pressure on you, calculated pressure, make you throw punches that you don't intend. And in doing so, round after round after round, you're going to find yourself gassing, because it's like you didn't intend to throw that many punches. So I got you. You brought the tempo up, and then obviously you're out of you get worked out and tired. And also, I was going to say, Dereck, a good point you brought up is the unorthodox punching combinations that he throws. Now, the punch he threw landing on Taka was overhead, right? I remember that's his shot. Yeah, he's been practicing that shot for years. I remember seeing him with myself. He's still doing it. That's his. It's a wicked punch. Out of gel punch. Yes. Yeah. He's actually got it right now. Years ago, when I was first showing him how to do this, he used to throw it when he wasn't in range. What he's now learned even prior to the Takam fight, there's a few. I hate the word journeyman, but there's a few sort of journeymen who Dereck fought prior to the Takam fight. If you go and watch them, there's a French guy. I can't recall the name. At the O2, you touch him to the chest. It's almost like a 1-2 combination. But you got to get there first with your feet. You jab to the chest and bowl the big right over the top. Now he's now perfected that shot. And he's been taking Spilka. It's the same thing. He went to the body, bam, bam, 2-shot combination, and bowled one over the top. He's now getting his right feet in the position. Before you let that right hand go. He used to throw it earlier in his career, but he didn't understand about getting the feet into position first. So that's what you're seeing now. And I believe any man Dereck hits with that shot, they're gonna go, because I felt it on the pad. And he's a heavy-handed human being. Heavyweight, yes. Not just a heavyweight. Dereck Chisoras naturally, even if he wasn't a boxer. You know, do you know the dog Rottweiler? Even if you get a baby Rottweiler, you lift up their paw, it's kind of just heavy. The weight. There's a lot of everybody has got their makeup. Every human being. They're just some human beings that they're just heavy-handed. Dereck happens to be a boxer, so a combination of that Rottweiler type of density. So when this man clubbers you, it might not be necessarily technically the cleanest or the most crispy punch, but it's just heavy. It has density.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It has treble, it has bass. So the man's hitting you with bass, drum, and treble all in one.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know what the thing is, as he said, Usyk said he's gonna try and box. That means he doesn't want to engage. Probably try to wear Dereck down, have Dereck chasing around.
That would be their game plan.
Yeah, but it's for Dereck to force the pace to get him out. Like you said, bring the tempo up and force him out of his comfort zone to make him stand there. And
Usyk is not the type of size that will be able to sort of hit and hold. He can't grab that. Dereck's too wide.
Yes.
Too muscular, too strong. So it won't be like Usyk will hit, boom, 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 get his combinations up and hold. He can't do that. He has to carry on punching. And I can't see him sustaining that level of punch against a big man who's going to be on you. And Dereck, it's not good to get hit, but Dereck can weather punches pretty well. Like Dereck said it in the press conference, he said, I am prepared. Yeah. I know and I'm prepared I'm going to eat leather. Yeah. But will you be able to eat my leather? That just sums it up for me, in my opinion. 100%.
So Dereck winning this fight, in terms of his career, fighting everyone as you pointed out, Vitaly Klitschko, David Haye, Malek Scott, numerous names. So where would Dereck sit if he was this would be one of the biggest upsets.
Upset for who?
Well, in the British box, obviously.
In the boxing world, yeah, but not upset for me or for Dereck or for the team.
Yeah, but it just,
you know, when I hear that, it's not. It's just when they said that thing, it's kind of quite loose, upset. I understand where people are getting at. Be upset. No, the people who won won't be upset. It'll be the people who didn't give him a chance are going to be upset.
The betting odds, obviously, they have Dereck at underdog, 5-1 underdog, as I looked on Paddy Power underdog as well. If Dereck was to win this fight, I think it would equal Don Curry's Lloyd Honeyghan. Don Curry in terms of beating the top 5 pound for pound fighter, and Dereck on the back of this, on the back of this obviously world title shot, 100%. You know, because I think Usyk's in line to fight the winner out of Joshua and Pulev right now. So all good things with Dereck. Give a message. Obviously, this is Dereck might come past the interview. I'm going to pull up. Give a message to the fans, obviously, to the fans, and what they expect to see on fight night. Obviously, what do they see on fight night?
Dereck's got it literally tattooed on his chest. Have you seen the weigh-in?
No, I did miss the weigh-in. I haven't seen it yet.
He always adds spice, and that's the whole Dale Boy thing. He always brings that. You know, this is show business. You know, it makes it very entertaining. He came up with, it was Halloween, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just Halloween.
He came up like a character, like I'm not actually sure that it could be.
Was it the Grim Reaper?
No, it was something like voodoo doctor.
Oh, voodoo, is it?
Witch doctor. Yeah. And I mean, that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, he's going to bring heat. He says war. He's coming to war. It is the only way. He knows, and it is what he's gonna have to do. Yeah, to pour hot coal. Yeah, on our man Usyk. I mean, I like Usyk. I think he's a tremendous fighter. But I think you're in with a guy who is a fighter. When you take away all the trimmings and everything, it's a fight.
Yes, 100%.
And Dereck, one thing he is a fighter.
One main thing before I just remembered, Dereck mentioned at the press conference he got Eddie to bring fair judges in. So obviously, he was complaining about obviously the fight. I think you was at with Dillian, and the referee was taking points, and he thought he was down on the scorecard. So he said, Eddie, I just want fair judges and stuff.
Yeah, fair point. But when it's happened to you a few times in your career, I can tell you a number of occasions where it happened in a Hellenius fight in Helsinki, where we definitely won the fight. We didn't knock the guy out, but we abused him. In his own town, we beat him up, and we never got the nod. Dereck never got the nod, so he was denied the opportunity to win the European title on the foreign soil. He won it a couple of years after that.
Yes.
The point is, these are setbacks that shouldn't be allowed in boxing. It's not Dereck Chisoras is not the only one it's happened. It's happened to numerous fighters.
Yes.
Yeah, you train so hard and then to be denied the opportunity to get that win. You know, it's unforgiving, and boxing should really look into such things happen. It shouldn't happen. It
100.
shouldn't happen, and it happened to us. You're quite right. In the second Dylan White fight, we had a perfectly good game plan. It was working nicely, and the referee was deducting points.
I remember, yes.
And, you know, and then sets panic into the fighter's mind because you lose your shape, you lose your composure, and who's to say? I believe that's what led panic to getting desperate. Panic turns into desperation. That if I don't knock out this guy, they're gonna rob me again.
Yeah.
So he started throwing punches that he wasn't supposed to throw.
Yes.
Especially that later on in the round where you're a bit fatigued. Left himself open, and we took Dylan's money shot is the left hook. Yeah, we drilled and drilled and drilled for that not to be the case. But unfortunately, it's history, and that's why Dereck would have said what he said to Lady to please let the referees be fair. All I'm asking, judges and referees, be fair. Give everybody a 50-50 judgment. Judge it for what you see. Don't have any premeditated whatever.
100%, because obviously they you know, they bring him over. Most people think the favourite, whatever. But like I said, one favourite. He's in English soil. We wish you luck, Dereck Chisora. And
we know he's my. Listen, he will always be my boy in the sense he started me off. I started him off. Unfortunately, through politics, we're not together. But I wish him nothing but the best, and he deserves. He's put a lot into the heavyweight division in the last 12 years.
Yes. He
deserves to get another crack. If Dereck Chisoras retires in the future without winning a version of the world title, it would be a travesty in my opinion. He's good enough to hold one of those belts. Even in this current market. And I wish him the best. Go Dereck. You know the plan we had when we first started. Moses never reached the promised land, but his children did.
Yes.
In this case, I am Moses. I saw the promised land. I might not touch foot in, but if my children reach it, I'm very happy too. So Dereck, go and touch foot on the promised land. Let's go, chap.
Thanks very much, Don, for your interview, and we look forward to see the result after Saturday night.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Bye bye.
DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.